Aggression and competition are essential parts of the male spirit. It is the reason why young boys who have just learned to walk are already wrestling with their brothers and fathers, as opposed to playing with their sisters nice little games like house. This aggression is also used to gain things like status and success, money and women later in life. However, it is misunderstood because aggression also leads men to commit things like murder and rape, and it leads them to commit horrible atrocities. And as an overcorrection, we are taught in schools and our parents are taught that your son cannot be aggressive. You can't allow him to get into tussles when he's in second grade because he's going to grow up to be a mass murderer. This is why, because of this, your teachers, whenever they recognize this aggression, because they believed this lie, they beat it out of you. Don't you remember in school, if you ever, got into like an argument with another kid or like a fight, not like a serious fight, but just like any fight at all, the teachers immediately just send you to the principal's office? Like, even if you get hit first and you just hit back, like you're not even the aggressor, you're the defender, and you just respond in the typical like aggressive way, you respond with equal force, you still get sent to the principal's office and you still get in trouble. In fact, there are some cases in which kids get hit or they get attacked in some way and they hit back and they respond to the bully, and they're the ones who get in trouble with the school system. Not the bully, but the kids who got hit. There's actually a very recent case in the newspaper a few years ago when that happened. It's unimaginable, but it's because the schools are trying to remove all of that male aggression so that you'll be a good little worker ant when you grow up. Problem is that this is no way for a man to live. Men do not do well without aggression and without violence and competition. If you remove all the competition and the aggression from a male society, then you have nothing left. You have men who are unfocused and undriven. They have no passion, no desires. The primary motivation for a guy to do something is competition. It's competition to gain a woman with which to procreate. In our evolutionary psychology, that is why men do everything, is to compete with other men to become the most desirable mate and spread our seed. So that's why the nice guy, the guy who has become civilized in air quotes, who has had his regression and his desire to dominate removed by the school system, by a single mother, by whatever, he has had that removed. That's why he doesn't do well in life. Nice guys never succeed. Nice guys are the sales clerks and the accountants. They're the librarians who get trod on when the football player enters the room. They're the guys who get their girls stolen when they've been dating for a year because the girl has finally found someone who's actually got testosterone. They're the guy who won't respond negatively or with enough force if a man hits on their girl in front of them, in public even. We want to develop our male aggression so that we don't end up like nice guys. How can we do that? Tyler Durden's response in the movie Fight Club was to literally start a fight club. And this led into an entire civilization uprising, pretty much. That is probably not the way to do it. But what you can do is you can join a martial arts sport, or you can join a full contact sport. I would recommend this because the confidence that you gain from getting the crap smacked out of you is immense. The confidence you gain from getting the crap smacked out of you and continuing to play and just staring the other person down in their eyes because they just hit you with their stick and it didn't even faze you. The confidence that you get from receiving a tackle and like just shrugging it off, or from tackling someone and as they're getting up you're just staring them down. That kind of confidence is seen as aggressive and toxic. But it is precisely that confidence that led men to do the greatest things in society. It is precisely that confidence that led the very founding of this country, as these men who had always grown up, wrestling with their brothers in the fields, fought against the greatest empire in the history of the modern era at that time. They fought against the biggest empire in the world and won. They would not have been able to do that without their sense of male aggression and competition. So go out, try for some sort of full contact sport, literally anything. Even if it's like not even full contact, soccer is but try for something where there's high levels of male aggression, where the men and the boys in whatever sport you're playing or whatever thing you're doing are very competitive and they push you. And yeah, maybe they're a little rude to you, but guess what? You learn how to deal with that. You learn so much from these situations. Give it a try. You don't want to end up like the little low-T nerd, the nice guy who, 1 hour video games a day is not bad for you, and you need to balance out work and play. And guess what? Your wife is cheating on you with the guy who ain't doing that. Your wife is cheating on you with the guy who played football in high school while you were just sat in the game club in the freaking computer lab playing Mario Kart and League of Legends. Go out and try for a sport. Play that sport. If you suck at the sport, who gives a crap? Who gives a crap? Because guess what? You sucking and you getting embarrassed out in the field you're going to come home and you're just going to feel this energy that you've never felt before. And it is going to drive you to practice and spend hours working out in the gym, running, getting stronger, getting more skill, better proficiency at your sport. So that next time you go out, you blow the socks off at everybody who was watching and made fun of you the last time. These little nerds, they trash talk sports as if there's something negative about them. They're like, what's so cool about being able to throw a ball up a field? What's so cool about being a grandmaster in Rocket League, you little nerd? Nothing. It is significantly cooler to get someone just swing their stick in lacrosse so hard that it immediately bruises your arm and yet you still shove through them and score the goal than it is to get 30 kills in Call of Duty or something. There's a reason that the football players and the lacrosse players and the wrestlers, there's a reason they get all the girls, they get all the cheerleaders, while the little nerds who are on the mathlete club and the little nerds who are, playing video games and eating junk food get no girls and they get no attention from anybody. They're forgotten. There's a reason that the football players go on to become successful in business and in their career, and you go on to become an accountant or a sales clerk or something. Go out and try for these sports. You won't regret it. Mwah.